recording? Cool. I had another dream. I don't remember. I actually had a couple dreams, but I don't remember this one quite as well. But I'm going to try to fill in the gaps as it comes back to me. I got up a whole bunch of times last night, so it doesn't aid in my ability to recall this dream. Anyways, in the first dream, I had this dream from like 8:45 to midnight when Emily and I both got up to use the bathroom. It was, in my dream, we were feeding the boys in bed, getting them ready for bed. And somehow, when I got done feeding Justin, I turned him over to burp him, and he just had mustard all over his face, all over his hands, and he just had this what kind of a look on his face. Crap, I'm turning the wrong way. I did this the other day, and now I've got to do it again. You should be paying attention, not telling dreams. You should be driving like a normal person. What's wrong with you? Okay. I turned Justin over to, get up or whatever. And he just had mustard all over his face. And I'm like, oh, Emily, he's got mustard all over him. It wasn't like, how did this happen? It was, it was like, crap, he's got mustard all over his face. And then I laid him belly down on the bed, and he started rubbing his face into the sheets, and so then there was mustard all over the bed. And I think I was like, Emily, he's getting mustard all over the bed. Well, stop him. Kind of funny. The second dream, I don't even know where I was or who I was with. The best I could describe this is that we were at a center. I don't know if it was a camping center or a school or a place to work. It had, I think, the central location of this place in the dream was like a rip-off, Jeremy's Dream Mind rip-off of the West Shore Mall parking lot. Hang on. Okay. And, I had been doing something. I think we were going to try to steal something. And for some reason, I had no problem sneaking an AR-15 into the building. I just carried it in there. But then, and I wasn't going to hurt anybody. I just took it in. Thought, it'll be good to have this. But then, when it came time to exit the building, like I said, I don't know if I was working. I don't know if it was a pool skate. I don't know if it was a place of work. But then I realized, oh crap! I've got this AR-15, and I got to try to get it back out to, because I think we were staying in a trailer in the parking lot. even though when you went inside the trailer, it like became a full-sized house. That, of course, makes total sense. And I realized that, oh crap, I gotta get this out. And so now that I noticed, everybody else was gonna notice. Seems like that things always go that way, where like if you're naked in public and no one else notices until you notice. Well, this time I had to take a rifle out of this building without anybody noticing. So I detached the magazine and put it in my pocket, and then I couldn't find my backpack because I was just gonna break it in half and put it in my backpack. Well, I couldn't do that because I couldn't find my backpack. So I just kept it in one piece and like stuck the top half, the bottom half in my pants, and then like overlapped my shirt over my pants and had the other part stick up into my shirt, and kind of like tucked it under my arm, and then tightened the crap out of my belt. And then because of the way that it jammed into my armpit and my leg, I kind of tried to walk with a limp to not attract attention to myself, even though it had the opposite effect. Because there were these two girls walking by, and they were like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. I just, I hurt myself the other day working underneath my truck or something. Said something about that. Well, it's starting to rain pretty good, boy. And they're like, well, you think you should go to the doctor? I'm like, maybe later. Right now I've really got some stuff I got to do. I'm like, no, I really think you should get that checked out. And I'm like, well, no, I can't right now. Blah 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 blah. And I also don't have insurance. And like they kept just like looking me up and down, like they could tell. So they were like animals. Like they could tell something was wrong, but they couldn't tell exactly what it was. It's like, hey, stupid, I've got a rifle under my shoulder, a full-size rifle, and you can't tell what it is. Like they're just looking at every part of my body, like. And then I finally talked them down, and they were like, okay, well, we're gonna have to tell the nurse or whatever. And I told them that's fine. Walked out of the building and didn't officially get caught, but they had said that they were gonna send somebody out, and so I was still on like high alert. Well, then somehow, I don't know if we did something bad or if we stole something, but this guy I was with, he said, we're gonna throw off the cops, which again, I don't even know why the cops were after us. I don't think that we officially did anything bad, or if we did, I can't remember. But he said, we're gonna construct a fake crime scene, and that'll buy us some time. And that made perfect sense to me. So we got this like full-size ballistics torso dummy thing, which has like, they use it in like ballistic labs to test bullets and projectiles and see how certain projectiles or whatever would perform in the human body. We got one of those, and my buddy fired up like this great big grill that he made out of like these laundry roller machines, and just had like a heater underneath it, and like he just got that really hot and then burned the ballistic torso, and he said, here, this will make it look more like skin. And then there were like guts hanging out of it. And then he like started pouring fake blood all over the ground. Then I got a call from my grandma saying that Darren's other grandpa had died, which is Mike Skolton. But in the dream, because I was like, oh, you know, we got to stop this. I got to go right now and find Darren so I could talk to him. So I went to like this get together, of course, at my grandma's house. And Darren was there. You're gonna stop. Okay. Stop signs are no fun. Of course, Darren was there, and like I kept trying to get to him, to talk to him, like to give him a hug, but like there were all these other people talking to him, and I couldn't get to him. And I was talking to somebody else, and they were like, yeah, he just went to sleep and never woke up. And Mike Skolton was there, and I was in my head, I said to somebody, I said, I thought Darren's other grandpa passed away, because in real life, not that long ago, Darren's grandpa on his mom's side passed away. So when they said his other grandpa passed away, I was under the impression that now both of his grandpas had passed away. But Mike Skolton was there. So I said to somebody, I thought Mike passed away. They said, oh no, it was his other grandpa. And I was just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So I got done talking to Darren, went back to the crime scene, and my buddy had like completely demolished the room. And he was like, okay, now we can get out of here, and it's just a matter of time before they find all this. And like for a moment, I had like this flash of reason, as I said to him, one, where are we going to stay now? And two, why would the cops be coming if they don't even know where we are or if we did anything bad? He's like, oh, it'll all work itself out, don't worry. And I was just like, okay. So then we moved to like this shack area, and like we had no electricity or anything like that. And there were a bunch of people who were living on the fringe of society as parasitic individuals, or like some creed that they had, where like they just lived on the bare minimum, and they stole what they had to survive, but they felt good about it because they knew that they were independent or something. And I really hated it, and I wanted to go see my family, so I went. And when I got there, somehow my cousin Allison knew that I wanted a Windows XP computer. So she went and she bought it for me. And I didn't know it. And I was in the back bedroom at my grandma's house. And I was changing. And my grandpa was alive in this dream, because he threw open the door, and I'm like, hey, I'm getting dressed in here. He's like, you need to blah blah blah. He didn't even care about the fact that I was changing. He just came in there to like tell me I needed to hurry up. Wow, goodness. He came in there to tell me I needed to hurry up because they were waiting for me, and that Allison had something for me. And I was like, okay, fine, you know. And so I put some pants on, put a shirt on, but for some reason I really didn't want to go out there because, like, I had to escape. Which doesn't make sense because I went there on my own accord and no one that I knew of was after me. It was a very nonsensical dream. I was debating on even telling this one because I didn't know if there was enough content to even, like, form a story. But I really wanted to tell the one about the mustard. But so, back to the dream. There was like I don't even know how we knew this. Back at like the center, there was like a timer, and when it went off, like there was gonna be a nuclear meltdown, and somehow we were the only ones who knew about it. So of course then, like, I had to hurry up with my family and escape. I don't know, it was very nonsensical. I was naked in front of like other people a lot in the dream, where like I didn't even realize I was naked, and when I noticed, they were all like, oh, and I was like, oh, sorry, let me go put on some clothes. And they were just like, you know, not that worried about it, but it was just kind of like a little surprise, like, oh shoot, you're not wearing clothes, so fix that real quick. You've been naked this entire time, and I've been talking to you and conversing, but I didn't notice you were naked, but now I do. So we're gonna have to go ahead and put on some clothes. Just sneak by real quick and we'll put on some clothes. It was very weird. I don't know if I can think of anything else. I think the crime scene ended up being, for like, because we knew that the meltdown was going to occur, we were planning on escaping, but like the powers that be that knew it was going to happen didn't want us to escape, so the crime scene was like a formality to delay them in their hunt for us, because they'd have to devote time and resources into into investigating all that before they could come after us. So it was like a diversion. But like, who the heck is gonna fall for a toasted ballistic dummy torso and some fake blood? Or I think it was like duck blood. There was like a 1 gallon jug of duck blood that he poured all over everything. It was bizarre. And I can't remember anything else. But if I do, I'll update the video.